My name is Michael Campbell, and my mission is to help professionals transform their career experience into creator success. Today, I'm going to tell you a bit about who I am and what I hope to accomplish on this platform. I'm also going to give you a quick win with helping you to find your niche and find your audience online. I've spent the last half decade of my life in graduate school. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed my experience, but the things that first drew me to this career path, the freedom, the personal choice, the room to explore freely and collaborate with like minded people, these seem further away than ever the more I go down this path. I study international law and human rights broadly. Every day I deal with such serious topics and dry writings about these things. I've been missing striking out on new projects and meeting new people doing interesting work. This led me to start my podcast, Lex Pacificatoria. I was told a lot of things starting out, namely that the topic would be too dry for the average listener and not insightful enough for the academic listener. I was told that the name of my podcast was too niche and would drive people away. Maybe it's true. The term Lex Pacificatoria means peacemaking law and was coined by a legal scholar a few decades ago. But I've actually started to see success in the number of episode downloads and the number of people engaging on social media. Just this last month, I've engaged with over 1.3 million people on my podcast Instagram account. This has been a tremendous proof of concept for me, but I still want more. I want the podcast to be commercially viable. I want the podcast to generate income for me. I won't pretend to be an expert when it comes to this, but maybe I've learned a thing or two over the past few years that could help you skip a few painful lessons as you make your way along your journey to be a creator. One of my guiding principles has been the phrase, the riches are in the niches. Now, I don't know who first coined the phrase, but I first heard it from Pat Flynn, who's been a great influence on whatever success I've seen. Basically, this phrase means that you can achieve more success by targeting one small specific market rather than trying to target a more general market. This is true whether you want to create a podcast, a YouTube channel, or some other type of social media following. If you hope to earn a revenue from advertisers, pay attention. You might think all creators earn roughly the same amount of money for the number of views they get. This is completely wrong. Highly lucrative niches like software and AI, finance and investing, education and technology, these earn more money with the same number of views than more general categories like music, entertainment, and comedy. Think of it this way. If an advertiser turns a viewer into a customer, that viewer's interests will dictate how much they're willing and able to spend. Software, investing, education, and technology. These are all some of the biggest ticket items someone will ever purchase in their lives. Whereas entertainment is typically a more discretionary spending category. That's not to say you shouldn't pursue creating more general content. The rewards for being a top entertainer would be immense. But it may mean that you have to rely on revenue sources other than advertising. For example, offering exclusive content on Patreon or other membership services could bridge that earnings gap. All of this means that if you have the skills and experience in a professional career, like investing or finance or post-secondary education, you may be able to stay in a YouTube channel on fewer views than you originally thought. So rest assured, your niche professional experience could be very lucrative if you decide to become a creator. Speaking of which, one of the first steps to becoming a creator is to narrowly define your niche. The more specific you can be, the better. The more specific you can be, the better. Brainstorm your interests and experience. Look for the intersection of what you're good at and what people want or need. Next, think of a problem someone in your niche may be facing. In education, a student may be facing SATs or LSAT exams. In finance, an investor may feel overwhelmed with the number of online investing options. A prospective plumber may not know how to attain an apprenticeship. These are all problems that people go to YouTube and podcasts to help solve. You should consider what talents or skills you have that you could use to help people. Answer the question, why me? Perhaps your experience as a lawyer plus your experience as someone with ADHD means you have the unique insight and compassion to help another neurodivergent person pass the LSATs. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur who's just a few steps further along than their audience members, and they have the compassion to walk alongside their audience as they find their path. If you're willing to take the first step to becoming a creator with me today, write out your niche and your unique value proposition on a piece of paper. If you're brave enough, share it in the comments below. For me, I would write, I'm a young professional aiming to help other professionals become content creators and restore the freedom and creativity to their lives. I may not be an expert on content creation, but I've learned a few things and I'm willing to share my journey with my listeners. And there you have it, folks. If you followed along, you just got your quick win of the day and you're one step closer to becoming a creator. Remember to comment your niche, like and subscribe to be notified when the next video is live.